Silver is acting differently right now, and it's not just because of normal supply and demand. To understand what's going on, you have to understand what silver really is. Silver isn't just another commodity. It's been used as money for roughly 2,600 years, going back to around 600 BC. That puts it in a very small category of assets that have held value across long periods of history. And historically, when silver moves sharply, it has often been tied to moments of monetary change, not just ordinary market cycles. That matters because monetary systems don't last forever. They evolve in long cycles. The global system we live under today is based on fiat currency, and in its modern form, that framework dates back to 1971. When systems like that shift over time, people tend to reevaluate what they trust as a reference for value. And in those periods, precious metals have often reasserted their role, not as a prediction of collapse, but as a form of continuity. Another pattern worth understanding is how silver has often behaved relative to gold. In past cycles, gold typically moves first. Silver tends to follow later, and it often moves with more volatility. We've seen this dynamic show up in major periods like 1980 and again in 2010 to 2011. The point here isn't to make a forecast. It's simply to recognize a historical sequence that repeats. Silver is also unique because it sits at the intersection of two worlds. On one hand, it has a long monetary history. On the other hand, it's a critical industrial metal. Silver is used in electronics, solar panels, data centers, medical equipment, and even advanced military and aerospace applications. So when you look at silver, you're not looking at a single-purpose asset. You're looking at something that can be pulled by both financial sentiment and real-world industrial demand. A lot of people also watch something called the gold-to-silver ratio. For much of history, that ratio hovered around 15 to 1. Even more conservative modern averages are often cited closer to 30 or 40 to 1. Recently, it's been closer to 65 to 70 to 1. Ratios can stay stretched for a long time, but historically, stretches like that don't always persist indefinitely. Now, this isn't about panic, and it's not about predicting the future. Transitions rarely announce themselves clearly, but historically, metals have served as a form of insurance, stability, and continuity during times when monetary confidence is being reevaluated. And silver has often played a bridge role in those kinds of environments because it carries both monetary history and industrial relevance. It's also important to say this clearly. Silver doesn't need to replace anything. It doesn't need to replace fiat currency, gold, or digital assets. In many periods of history, multiple forms of money have coexisted. Silver has often worked as a complementary asset, not a replacement for everything else. So the practical takeaway is simple. Silver tends to attract attention when monetary systems are being reevaluated. Historically, it has played a role during transitions, not because it's fashionable, but because it's familiar and trusted. And one final grounding perspective: food, water, skills, and community will always matter more than metals. Precious metals are about portability and preservation of value, not survival. And the reason people hold hedges at all is because certainty is never guaranteed.